Oh, okay, okay.
This is the spoiler. No, you don't have to get all of us, but this is the spoiler. Go ahead. You were saying when they first started the movie?
Yeah. Okay, so when they first started the movie, I was actually really surprised that they started it like after the fact that, you know,
right after Ragnarok, right?
Right. Like I thought they would develop it or something. It's like, nope, we're just going to like
I agree with
right
that.
in.
Like I felt that was my only problem with this movie was I felt like it didn't really feel like a typical movie pacing. It just kind of felt very episodic. Like you really had to have seen the other movies or at least know that. Like I knew that they were going to start off right after the end credits of Thor Ragnarok. So I feel there would be a lot of head scratches in this movie. Just the way to
people that didn't see the movie.
If you hadn't seen Civil War, if you hadn't seen Ragnarok, you wouldn't really get that same emotional pull, I think, for a lot of the characters reuniting. So,
or
other things,
But I was surprised when the audience did cheer. I was like, yeah.
Oh, that was cool.
Yeah, that was cool.
Yeah, like I was surprised they cheered a lot, but I mean the audience was half foreign, so it was like or more. So I got like they were laughing at certain things, which is
it was nice to sit in the theater and feel like I was back home or close to where people are actually reacting to the movie as the movie goes on, as opposed to after the credits like they usually do.
There was something really Japanese that everybody laughed at, and I can't remember. There was one part of the movie that was like such a Japanese type joke or like cultural thing about Japan that, or maybe I'm getting it mixed up with Ready Player One. It might be
Ready Player One.
It might be Ready Player One. But there's something I thought in Avengers that everybody laughed at that I was like, damn, I'm surprised everybody got that joke.
Well, I know something that I laughed at, but it wasn't necessarily a joke. It was the last time we see Thanos.
Yeah.
And it looks like he comes out into basically a tea field.
I thought he was
and sits down. I was like, your ass is in Japan, dude.
I thought he was in Wakanda first. I was like, damn, is he just chilling in a hut over there?
No, but I know sometimes with Japanese subtitles, you know, the sentence structure is different, so they get the joke first.
They were laughing much faster than I was catching up with, and I was like, damn, now I know how my girl feels at some of these, when we're watching dramas, I'm always laughing faster than she is, so she hates that.
The subtitles did pop up a bit quicker than they usually do. I think part of it is good because there was so much going on that if it's at the normal pacing, you know, some people will feel lost. But in the opposite direction, if you can read or understand Japanese, when it pops up and you find yourself reading it, then you end up getting it before someone says anything. It just feels weird.
Yeah.
That happened a couple of times. I gotta stop reading.
Bottom line, so would you guys, would you recommend this movie? I'm so like mixed on this.
Yes.
I would.
You know what else I want to mention? I love how they like preserved the tone and humor of Guardians of the Galaxy.
When
like,
Guardians was around.
Yeah.
Like,
doing that for each character section, you know, keeping their tone as close to it as possible, I thought was, you know, smart filming. The downside to it is when they have the characters mixed and it doesn't flow. I kind of felt that a few times with certain characters. I was like, this is kind of like for example, I thought Guardians and Thor together was the best part of the movie. Mixing, they mixed really well.
Yes.
But then,
and it fits closer to Ragnarok also.
Strange and Tony. No. The Guardians with Tony and that kind of felt a little weird. Yeah.
Strange and Tony being together didn't bother me because those two are so similar.
Yeah.
And so different at the same time.
Right.
So I actually like that I really enjoyed that they did not get along right off the bat.
Yeah.
Because if they did, I'd be like, well, that was really easy.
Yeah.
That and most of the comic books, when you have these, you know, really popular characters meet for the first time, they don't always get along, or they don't always get along right off the bat. They have to have something that pulls them together from two different sides. Like they have two different points of view, but their goal is the same, and to get there they have to work together. And I like that they did that with these two.
So I have a question.
Yes.
With Hulk, So
Yeah.
are they going to explain like why it was difficult for the Hulk to emerge?
Performance issues.
No, that's pretty easy.
No, I think that because he got his ass whooped.
Yeah,
That's why.
realistically, in the movies, Hulk hasn't really lost
Right.
a fight.
Oh.
You know, he's held back fighting his friends, but he hasn't lost. And
Right.
in this case, he
And-
straight up lost
and,
because he was overconfident.
Embarrassingly lost.
Yeah.
On
So
top of that.
I
mean,
like
here's,
Hassan
like-
said, he's got performance issues. He's
But,
scared.
I mean, yeah.
it's like, what do I do now?
Look at it this way. Like the last time we saw Hulk, that dude was that was the top of his game. He took out all competition and he beat Thor in a draw
And
for
a
the
dead
most part.
wolf.
And like, dude, like he got hilariously beaten down by Thanos. And
Thanos punked him.
with you know, the way I look at it, Hulk is essentially has a mind of a child or like a giant bully in some sense. And the fact that just somebody bigger, badder than him came in, hilariously whooped his ass. Hulk is like, nope, I ain't going back.
Yeah, because every fight Hulk's been in, he's been up against someone that has some experience, but for the most part, their experience is not in the field.
Yeah.
It's not fighting. So like Tony Stark, he's not a soldier, but he's really technical and he plans. So that's why Hulk had some difficulty fighting him the last time. But in this case, fighting against Thanos has been battling and wiping out planets for eons.
He knows what
He
to
gets
do.
up against him, it's like, yeah, I don't know what I'm doing.
I would
He
say,
really made him look like he was a novice.
yeah, Benedict Cumberbatch, that was like his best work as Doctor Strange, actually.
Yeah,
I
he
thought
did a
he
good
was
job.
great in that movie. Yeah.
I got a
Well, he
question
only
for
had
you
one. He
guys.
only really had like one. I mean, he had his own movie, but then
Yeah.
he had a little part in Thor. So of course, yeah.
Well,
No, he was great in Thor.
he
Though.
was
Keep
great.
it on you, Callie, because there's like no light.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I got a question for you. You know how Strange can open portals, you know, anywhere on the world or anywhere
Yeah.
he can, you know, visualize?
Why didn't he teleport
Yes.
people away?
Why didn't he teleport them
That's a good question.
back to Earth? Or why didn't he teleport, you know, the stone or anything? Why didn't any of that happen? What is your take on it? Why do you think they didn't go that route?
My assumption is that he probably has to visualize or make the correct enchantment, and I think that like they were way too far. Like they were on Titan, I think, and that was what?
His headquarters?
Yeah,
He lives there.
What?
He couldn't.
No.
he couldn't
What I'm
imagine-
saying is like he wouldn't know the actual route or road to get like the magical Cosmo. When he teleported Loki and Thor to Odin, he knew he had to look that shit up and like visualize or whatever, make
like
the right
visualizing the paths.
or make the right enchantment for the road. Basically, he had to draw that road, and I think being on Titan, he had no idea. He had no idea where he was, how far away, and all that. So.
And I'm glad you watched that movie recently because.
Yep. You forgot it. Yeah. All right. Yeah. If it wasn't for the Infinity War challenge, I would like. Damn, man. Yeah.
Forgotten.
Yeah.
So
'Cause
what are
I
your-
didn't even realize it until a few weeks ago that Loki actually took the Tesseract. Like he shows him briefly eyeing it, but I
Right.
didn't realize that he really like until I saw the trailer and then I saw Ragnarok again. I was like, oh damn, oh shit, yeah, Loki's got the Tesseract on him.
Do you think Loki is dead for good?
If he's not dead that way, he disappeared and shit. Like, but my thing, okay, outside of the Thanos snapping the fingers shit, I would say no, because I don't know what the fuck Loki was thinking anyways going up to Thanos like that. Like, I was like, this fool's already flipped. Like, even if he didn't try to attack him, Thanos wouldn't believe him because he just tricked him with Hulk. And I was like, what kind of plan is this, Loki? So, yeah. All right, that's it for the spoiler thoughts or anything else. I'm going to play this one maybe a few days later down the line.
Yeah, I gotta watch it.
Our light is giving out though, but Callie, anything else you want to mention spoiler wise?
Spoiler wise.
Immediately after in the car before I make an official review later.
No. To be honest, I'm still processing everything, and I'm really curious how Captain Marvel will take things from here. So,
I'm wondering if she's basically going to take the place of Adam Warlock in the comic books,
My theory,
which they introduced in Guardians.
I was telling Callie off camera, I was like, it's gonna kind of be annoying, but I feel like in the next 2 movies we get, each movie end credits is gonna end with half the people disappearing. So we're gonna, like, every movie we're getting right now with Ant-Man and the Wasp and Captain Marvel is gonna take place before Thanos arrives, and
But
then every
somewhere around.
in the end credits we're gonna see like either the Ant-Man or the Wasp disappear, and then we're gonna
Or
see,
her dad.
or yeah, whatever. Probably. And it's gonna lead up to, it's gonna build up to Avengers 4, basically. So
It's funny you mention that because I completely forgot about the Ant-Man
Yeah,
and Wasp
that's the
movie
next
coming
movie
out, because I'm
after
like, wait, we're talking about Ant-Man. It's like, and then one of our friends like, yeah, well, maybe Wasp disappears. Like, oh, that's right, they're together this time. Just forgot about
I
it.
bet you that's exactly what it's gonna be. But I like the angle they're playing. I honestly, I'm in shock, but I still like this because it's gonna get people talking. And I don't know if it was the flow of the movie felt like a good movie, but in terms of a collective amount, I think I like the direction. It's brave, it's bold.
Yes.
I mean,
It definitely felt like the comic books where they have their massive summer crossover,
Yeah.
and they're like, you know what,
Game changer,
we
yeah.
need to change things up, and right now we have too many members of the board, so let's just wipe out half of them.
Holy shit, you're right. They just fucking pulled a No More Mutants type shit.
Yeah.
God damn.
Or a Game of Thrones thing.
Yeah, because they've been, Peter Dinklage,
I thought he was kind of a waste, actually.
I could not stop laughing.
I really
know,
wish
because-
he used his regular voice, or like, I don't know, I just thought it was okay. And
I think it would have looked cooler if they had him at his normal size.
yeah, I
and
agree.
just being skilled.
Yeah, or just witty. Like, I kind of missed that. I kind of felt like he wasted his presence.
But how ironic is that? You have a dwarf who is supposed to be a dwarf, but he's actually a giant dwarf.
Well, because it's a different race of dwarves in space, so
Right.
that kind of works. But still, it was awkward, only because it's
What was
Peter
your-
Dinklage.
okay.
Because he's so iconic.
What was your best moment of the movie? While we still have good light, and then I'll wrap up the video. What was your best?
You go first since you have the light.
For me, Thor. When Thor fucking showed up in Wakanda and they played the Avengers theme song, like, I've never heard a Japan audience cheer as much. Like, everybody was on that shit. I was
Me?
like, fuck yes.
Captain America showing up on the opposite side of the train with Black Widow. and
Oh,
Falcon.
yes, that was pretty.
amazing.
Yes.
That's why I was like,
I would agree, except that
it
shit
was
got
just
ruined
cool.
in the trailer, so I kind of
Oh.
thought, yeah.
I didn't see the trailer.
The first trailer, Cap grabs Proximitia, whatever,
Yeah.
her spear, and catches it, and you see Scarlet Witch like happy and shit. So,
I did. You know what? Until you just mentioned it, I didn't realize it was from that scene.
sadly, our good and bad point is the problem with watching a trailer every day until the
You
movie
start
comes
putting it
out.
together.
It's the fact that you watch the trailer every day. Like, I even noticed that they cut out the like scene with Black Panther, actual Hulk
Okay.
running. The
Yeah.
running in Wakanda scene, they just cut that all
Yeah.
out.
Cut it
Like,
all out.
which is fine because they even flipped some of the images for like some of the actual images of the trailer are actually flipped.
In reverse,
when
yeah.
and when Thanos takes off his helmet, Thor saying, "Who the hell are you guys?" There's a bunch of flipped images. I was
Yeah.
like, why? But okay, it works. Callie, your favorite pop of
Yeah.
the night?
Oh gosh, my favorite moment. You know what?
When Hawkeye showed up? Because you cheered for him. You cheered for him and he wasn't anything.
I was trying to give Hawkeye some love and attention,
Yeah.
but I guess.
Definitely
job.
was.
Nice
Right
job,
before the
man.
movie
Yeah.
started, she yelled it out.
But you know what?
The whole
I'm
damn
so
theater.
happy because that made some Japanese people laugh. So yay!
Yeah, because then after that, they were like,
Yeah.
behind us, this guy was like, "Who's Hawkeye?"
Right?
Damn, that's messed up.
Oh man.
So your moment, Callie?
You know what? To be honest, like, oh gosh, I don't have just one. I just see it as like this.
One long moment
One
from
long
blur.
opening
long
to ending
moment.
credits.
I'm
Yeah.
telling you, it felt more like an episode. Like it was weird, but Oh man, that's the darkest. That's definitely the darkest Marvel movie I've ever seen.
Yeah.
That shit is fucking.
But I
crazy.
like how it went there because
Yeah. Oh, never. You know what? I like the Thor moment, but I have to say my second favorite moment or surprise was Red Skull. That shit was great.
Oh,
Yes,
yeah,
I was like, fuck
unexpected.
yes, dude.
Yes.
I think I was the loudest. I was like,
I
oh fuck.
like that they did that with his character since he's got sucked up by the Tesseract.
I'm glad they brought him back because people were asking about that. Like, wait a second, he came around.
Wait, the same actor too?
Nah, I don't think so.
Okay, 'cause-
Not sure.
I'm pretty sure it wasn't him because it didn't have that same like feeling, and on top of that, that dude really hated playing the Red Skull.
Really?
And it
Because
was
of the
like,
makeup and stuff.
he was like, fuck that shit. He's like, I can't imagine him sitting through all that just for like a few minutes on screen. Who knows?
The paycheck
Callie, you
was
have
good,
no
though.
moment.
Oh my gosh.
Yeah, really, no moment.
Oh, my favorite moment was when Akasan got me my own Infinity Gauntlet.
Put a ring on it. 5 rings. Shit. 6 rings. Shit.
6.
Yeah. Perfectly balanced.
But you know what? No, like,
Just like her.
no, like, it wasn't a moment per se, but I liked seeing how Thanos went around collecting the rings.
I agree.
And the stones.
They said it was going to be a heist movie, and they did a really good job of making it a heist movie, but I kind of felt like they did a really good job making Thanos' plan very conceivable or convincible. I'm like, you know what? Yeah, fuck half the humanity. Like,
Yeah, well, yes and no, because it's like, okay, he's got the reality stone, he's got the stones,
yeah.
and his logic is wipe out half of humanity to save resources. Dude, you can
With
make
the
it
reality
the
stone alone,
reality
he could have
stone
like
alone.
changed
Come
the
on.
resources. Yeah.
That is a good point.
So it's like it almost works against what he initially set out to do. That bugged me. But at the end, I have a question. Him sitting down in that Japanese tea field, what do you think he's smiling at?
As
Peace?
he finally got what he wanted.
Yes.
He finally got what he wanted?
Yes.
Or
Yeah.
he's smiling because he sees someone or something off in the distance that he finds interesting as a challenge?
No, because his smile would have been
He's
different
content.
if it was.
He's content. He got exactly what he wanted.
All
But
right.
I don't think that content is going to last.
ます
あれ
ごめんね。
これ違う。
そうそう、それは微妙。次の角、ここ左、ここ。
What he said, basically. Yeah, the content's not going to last, and I think Payback, or soon, like I'm saying Avengers 4, he's going to be like, you know what? I miss people. Bloop. Never mind, take backs.
And bring him back because he's bored.
Alright, guys.
I hope they don't do that because that would weaken him. That
Thanos
would
take
weaken his
backs.
character.
Okay, we're out of here. Peace.
Peace.
Darkness. Perfectly balanced.
That's all.